I have found more often than not when it comes down to astrology, people spend far too much time in prediction, predicting the future, predicting when the events will happen, when's the optimal time for a thing to happen, and not knowing who the person is that's going to show up inside of that future prediction. Peace, my name is Stacy Patrice. I am here talking, consulting, and sharing and guiding around the components of Vedic astrology. And thank you so much for joining and coming and returning to my channel. I just wanted to talk about this really briefly because I feel this is something that I encounter a lot. A lot of people ask for future guidance. It's like everything is about projecting into the future. Everything is about strategy, looking forward, trying to get there before the next person, trying to be the first, trying to be, sleuth-like and ninja-like in our movements. And that's great. That's wonderful. But if you don't know who you are, then doing all of that is futile because what you are doing is essentially setting the stage for a future that you don't have the capacity to walk into. You don't have the understanding, the knowing, and knowledge to walk into. And this is where I feel the space in astrology because I feel like all the prediction is great for people who are at that level, and everybody wants to pretend they're at that level or feel they're at that level. But I think if you already have a strong foundation of who it is that you are, these are things that you can feel instead of things that you're asking for someone to feel into for you. And I know this from experience and from firsthand being one of those people before. Like I was always trying to figure, okay, what's going to happen? When am I going to get married? When is this going to happen? When is that going to happen? And if someone had just said, hey, take a look at your foundational chart again, and what is there is going to reveal how this will play out. You don't have to look at every single, transit and interaction. You don't have to have someone look into the future if you just spend time with your self-study. You spend time studying yourself. And this is very important because who you are in your chart, especially in your Vedic astrology chart, who you are in that chart can get so crystal clear if you're working with the right person that there won't be a need to look forward on every single day. Otherwise, that's the thing you'll have to do over and over and over and over again. Every time the planets move, every time they shift, every time there's a big coordinate, you got to run back to your favorite astrologer. And the truth of the matter is, study yourself. Studying yourself means that a lot of these things you can feel and you can sense before they get there because you spent the time to study what activates you, where your alignment is, where it has been, and what activates you. You can even look into some of the deeper astrological tools and predict cycles before they come yourself. But see, the thing is that we look at astrology a lot of times like a parlor game. We look at it like this thing, ooh, forecasting. And it's like, but really, especially if you're over here, transformation. Transformation. I want you to become the version of yourself that your chart has laid out is in the stars for you. I want you to actually be able to touch and sense and feel that reality. That reality doesn't come from someone else predicting your future. That reality comes from someone saying, look, take a look at what's already here. Before anything moves, before any fructification occurs, can you get still and competent in who you are, your identity? And that's what I do with my soul-centric sessions. It's about identity, foundational identity. Your foundational identity is not something that is going to move and shift. It is something that can grow and mature. It is something that can be realized or dormant. It is something that when certain planetary positions happen, it can be activated or enlivened. And so there is, knowledge in that as well. But first, know thyself. And that's all I want to say about that. Know thyself. So again, my name is Stacy Patrice. You can go to stacypatrice.com. You can request information about a personalized consultation at my site. A lot of people just want to jump into the consultation, and I need to know where you are so I can know where I can meet you. All right. And that's the reason why it's not just a button that anybody can just click and just right now. I need to know where you are so I can know where I can best meet you. And if you're in one of the stages I spoke about, or if you want to just know what's going to happen in 2027, this probably is not going to be a session for you, right? In addition to that, we have To the East coming up. If you want to study sidereal astrology and find out what it's all about and learn all the intricacies like from scratch, This is what To the East is about. We start at the beginning of August. So go to my site there. You'll see the registration for that as well. It's on Sundays and it's online. So all you have to do is turn on your computer on Sundays and complete some of the assignments in between sessions so that you can really study and learn your chart. And we do this in a very, very condensed period of time. But we do it in a way that helps you to understand the archetypes and feel what's happening with yourself and be able to recognize it in nature. And then when you put all that together, your foundations are set. And now you can move into some of the more predictive or some of the more challenging spots, but let it marinate first, okay? Again, thank you so much for liking, sharing, subscribing. And also, if you have any questions at all, please let me know. If you've already had a session with me, if you've been into the East, go ahead and make a comment in the comments. Let people know your experience, especially if your experience was positive. Definitely share that love. And I will see you all in the next video. Peace.